Ladies and gentlemen, dreamers, fighters, and believers, life is not always sunshine and rainbows. There will be storms, days when the weight of the world feels like it's crushing your spirit, moments when giving up seems easier than pushing forward. But I'm here to tell you something powerful. Happiness is a choice, not a circumstance. Steve Harvey once said, "You have to believe in yourself when nobody else does." That's the mindset we need when life gets tough. You don't wait for happiness to find you. You fight for it. You choose it. You create it. Think about the greatest success stories. None of them were written on easy streets. They were written in struggle, in perseverance, in the refusal to let pain dictate their joy. You have that same power. When life knocks you down, get up. When people doubt you, prove them wrong. When the road gets dark, light your own way. Because happiness isn't the absence of problems. It's the courage to smile through them. So today, I challenge you, push yourself to be happy even when life is hard. Wake up every morning and declare, "I control my joy." Surround yourself with positivity, take small steps forward, and never forget, your struggles are preparing you for a comeback greater than your setback. Now go out there and live happy, fight happy, win happy, because the world needs your light, especially on the days it's hardest for you to shine. Happiness is a choice, not a circumstance. Life doesn't owe you happiness. It's not something that just falls into your lap when everything is perfect. The truth is, if you wait for the right conditions to be happy, you'll be waiting forever because there will always be something that could be better, something that could go wrong, something that doesn't meet your expectations. But the people who truly win in life understand that happiness isn't about what happens to them. It's about how they respond to it. You can be broke and still find joy in the little things. You can be heartbroken and still wake up with gratitude. You can be facing the toughest battle of your life and still choose to smile. That's the power you have, the power to decide that no matter what's going on around you, your inner peace won't be shaken. Too many people live as if happiness is a destination, something they'll reach once they get the right job, the right relationship, the right amount of money. But that's a trap, because if you tie your happiness to external things, you'll always be chasing it, never truly holding it. Real happiness comes from within. It's a mindset, a daily decision to focus on what you have rather than what you lack. Think about the toughest moments in your life. Now think about the moments when you still found a reason to laugh, to keep going, to believe. That's the resilience of the human spirit. That's proof that happiness isn't about perfect conditions. It's about perspective. The world will try to convince you that your struggles define you, but they don't. What defines you is how you rise above them, how you refuse to let negativity steal your joy, how you wake up every morning and choose to see the good. Even when the bad seems overwhelming, you weren't put on this earth just survive. You were meant to thrive, and thriving starts in your mind. It starts with the belief that no matter what, you have the power to create your own happiness. Some days, it won't be easy. Some days, you'll have to fight for it. Some days, you'll have to remind yourself over and over again that you won't let life break you. But that's the beauty of it, because every time you choose happiness despite the struggle, you become stronger. Happiness isn't about ignoring pain or pretending everything is fine. It's about acknowledging the struggle, but refusing to let it control you. It's about finding light in the darkest places, because you know the darkness doesn't get the final say. The most successful people in the world aren't the ones who had it easy. They're the ones who decided that their circumstances wouldn't dictate their joy. They're the ones who understood that happiness is a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. So start today. Start right now. Decide that no matter what life throws at you, you won't let it steal your happiness. You won't let temporary setbacks become permanent sorrows. You won't let the weight of the world crush your spirit, because at the end of the day, happiness isn't something you find. It's something you build, and you have everything you need to build it right now. Believe in yourself when nobody else does. There will be moments in life when the world doubts you, when the people closest to you question your dreams, when the odds seem stacked so high against you that even you start to wonder if you're crazy for trying, but those are the moments that define you. Those are the moments when you have to dig deep and find that unshakable belief in yourself. Nobody else has to see your vision for you to pursue it. Nobody else has to understand your grind. For you to keep going, history is filled with people who were told they wouldn't make it, people who were laughed at, counted out, and dismissed, but they kept believing in themselves when no one else did, and that's why they won. Self-belief isn't about arrogance, it's about knowing your worth even when others don't. It's about trusting your journey even when the path isn't clear. It's about standing firm in your purpose, even when the crowd tries to push you in another direction. The moment you start looking for validation from others is the moment you give away your power, because the truth is, most people will only believe in you once they see your success. They won't understand the struggle, the late nights, the sacrifices. They'll only see the end result, so you have to be your own biggest supporter long before the world catches up. Doubt is natural, fear is normal, but letting those things stop you, that's a choice. The people who make it aren't the ones who never doubted themselves. They're the ones who pushed through the doubt anyway. You have to become the kind of person who can stand alone if necessary, who can keep going even when the stands are empty, who can keep believing even when evidence isn't there yet, because that's what separates the dreamers from the doers. Every great invention, every groundbreaking idea, every empire ever built started with someone who believed in something before anyone else did. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't isn't talent or luck. It's the willingness to keep believing when the world says no. There will be times when it feels like you're the only one who sees what's possible for your life. And that's okay, because the most powerful thing you can do is trust yourself enough to keep going. The road to success is lonely before it's crowded. The recognition comes later, the support comes later, but the belief has to start with you. So stop waiting for permission, stop waiting for someone else to validate your dreams. The only approval you need is your own, because when you truly believe in yourself, you become unstoppable, not because the road gets easier, but because you get stronger. Don't wait for happiness. Create it. Too many people live their lives waiting for the right moment, the right opportunity, the right person to make them happy. But happiness isn't something you stumble upon, it something you create every single day. You can't control everything that happens to you, but you can control how you respond. You can choose to focus on the good. You can choose to find joy in the small things. You can choose to build a life that excites you rather than one that just passes you by. Happiness isn't a future event, it's a present mind. And it's the decision to laugh even when things are hard, to appreciate what you have even as you work for more, to find beauty in the ordinary, because you understand that life is made up of small moments. The happiest people aren't the ones with the most perfect lives. They're the ones who have learned to make the most of whatever life gives them. They don't wait for Fridays or vacations or some distant milestone. They find ways to enjoy the journey right now. If you tie your happiness to achievements, you'll always be chasing it, because there will always be another goal, another level, another thing you think you need before you can be happy. But true happiness comes from appreciating where you are while you're on your way to where you're going. Start today. Start by finding one thing to be grateful for every morning. Start by doing something that brings you joy, no matter how small. Start by surrounding yourself with people who lift you up rather than drag you down. Happiness is a daily practice. It's not about ignoring the hard times. It's about refusing to let them steal your joy. It's about choosing to focus on what's right in your life rather than what's wrong. You have the power to design your days in a way that brings you fulfillment. You have the power to cultivate habits that feed your soul. You have the power to create a life that feels good from the inside out. Don't wait for someone else to make you happy. Don't wait for stars to align. Don't wait for permission to enjoy your life. The time is now. The power is yours. The happiness you seek is already within you. You just have to choose it. Your struggles prepare you for greatness. Every obstacle you face is training you for something greater. Every setback is setting you up for a comeback. Every challenge is building strength you don't even know you'll need yet. The most successful people in the world didn't avoid hardship. They embraced it. They understood that struggle isn't the enemy. It's the teacher. The things that test you the most are the things that prepare you the best when you're in the middle of the fight. It's hard to see the purpose, but looking back, you'll realize that every difficult moment shaped you, every failure taught you, every rejection redirected you. The person you're becoming needs the struggles you're facing right now, because greatness isn't born from comfort. It's forged in adversity. The lessons that stick with you the longest come from the times life knocked you down. The wisdom that guides you comes from the moments you had to dig deep. The resilience that carries you forward comes from the battles you thought might break you. Don't resent your struggles. Respect them. Understand that they're not here to stop you. They're here to strengthen you. The version of you that's on the other side of this challenge will be wiser, tougher, and more capable than the version of you that's facing it now. The road to success isn't a straight line. It's a series of twists and turns that teach you what you need to know along the way. The detours aren't mistakes. They're part of the journey. When you look at people who have achieved extraordinary things, you're seeing the end result, not the years of struggle that got them there. Behind every success story is a chapter no one talks about. The chapter filled with doubt, fear, and uncertainty. Your struggles aren't proof that you're failing. They're proof that you're growing. The most beautiful diamonds are created under pressure. The strongest steel is forged in the hottest fire. One day, you'll look back at this moment and realize it was preparing you for something bigger than you could imagine. One day, you'll see how all the pieces fit together. So keep going. The struggle isn't permanent, but the strength it builds is. Get up every time life knocks you down. Resilience isn't about never falling. It's about always getting back up, no matter how many times life knocks you down. The only way to lose is to stay down. Some of the greatest victories come after the toughest defeats. Some of the most powerful comebacks start in moments of complete despair. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't isn't talent or luck. It's the willingness to keep standing up every time you choose to get back up. You prove something to yourself, that you're stronger than whatever tried to break you, that you have a fire inside you, that circumstances can't extinguish. Failure isn't final unless you let it be. Rejection isn't the end unless you accept it as one. Disappointment only defeats you if you allow it to. The road to success is paved with setbacks. The path to greatness is littered with obstacles, but the people who make it aren't the ones who never faced challenges. They're the ones who refuse to let those challenges stop them. When you fall, take a moment to catch your breath, then get back up. When you fail, learn the lesson, then try again. When you get knocked down, remind yourself why you started, then keep going. Life isn't about avoiding storms, it's about learning to dance in the rain. It's not about waiting for the perfect conditions. It's about making progress in imperfect ones. The most inspiring stories aren't about people who had it easy. They're about people who kept going when things got hard. They're about people who faced unimaginable challenges and still found a way to rise. You have that same strength inside you. You have the power to turn setbacks into comebacks. You have the ability to transform pain into fuel. So the next time life knocks you down, take a deep breath and get back up, because the world needs to see what you're made of. Surround yourself with positivity. Your environment shapes your mind. That the people you spend time with, the content you consume, the energy you allow into your life, all of it influences who you become. Negativity is contagious, but so is positivity. You can't expect to grow in an environment that constantly drains you. You can't expect to stay motivated around people who constantly doubt you if you want to rise. You have to surround yourself with those who challenge you to be better, those who inspire you to dream bigger, those who remind you of your potential, even when you forget. The company you keep is a reflection of the life you'll lead. If you're surrounded by complainers, you'll start to see problems everywhere. If you're surrounded by achievers, you'll start to see possibilities. Protect your energy. Be intentional about who you let into your inner circle. Not everyone deserves access to your dreams. Not everyone has your best interests at heart. You become like the 5 people you spend the most time with. So choose wisely. Choose people who lift you higher. Choose people who make you better. Choose people who see the greatness in you, even when you can't see it. Your self-positivity isn't about ignoring reality. It's about focusing on solutions rather than problems. It's about feeding your mind with encouragement rather than doubt. It's about creating an environment that helps you thrive rather than one that holds you back. The world will always have negativity, but you don't have to live in it. You can choose to surround yourself with light. You can choose to fill your space with inspiration. You can choose to build a life that fuels your soul. Your environment is either pushing you toward your dreams or pulling you away from them. Which one is yours? Doing your light is needed most on dark days. The world doesn't need your light when everything is easy. It needs it when things are hard. Your courage, your hope, your resilience. Those are the things that inspire others to keep going. Somebody is watching your journey. Somebody needs to see that it's possible to overcome what you're facing. Somebody is waiting for proof that storms don't last forever. Your struggles aren't just about you. They're about the people who will one day walk a similar path and need to know they can make it too. When you choose joy in the midst of pain, you give others permission to do the same. When you refuse to give up, you show others what's possible. When you keep shining despite the darkness, you become a beacon for those who are lost. The most powerful impact you can have isn't when life is perfect. It's when life is hard and you still find a way to rise. Someone needs your story. Someone needs your strength. Someone needs to see that happiness is possible even in the toughest seasons. So don't dim your light because times are hard. Don't hide your joy because things aren't perfect. The world needs to see what it looks like to overcome. Your light isn't just for you. It's for everyone who's still searching for their own. Rise up and choose happiness, no matter what. So here's the truth, straight and simple. Life will knock you down, but staying down, that's your choice. Happiness isn't a gift the world hands you. It's a fire you keep burning, no matter how hard the winds blow. It's the decision to wake up every single day and say, I will not let my struggles steal my joy. You were built for this. Every challenge, every setback, every moment of doubt, it's all preparing you for something greater. But you've got to meet the fight with faith. Believe in yourself when no one else does. Create your own light when the world feels dark. And when life tries to write you off, write your own comeback story. So starting today, no more waiting, no more excuses, no more letting circumstances dictate your happiness. You've got the power, you've got the strength. Now stand up, claim your joy, and go make your life a masterpiece. The world needs your light. Shine anyway.